In case you hadn't heard, you can now get Fujifilm colors inside your LUMIX camera thanks to the film simulation LUTs from Fujifilm. I find this particularly exciting because by loading these LUTs into your camera, us LUMIX users can now adapt essentially any Fujifilm recipe that's out there. In a video I put out a couple of weeks ago, I used these Fujifilm LUTs to adapt two of the most popular Fujifilm recipes, Reggie's Portrait and Classic Cuban Negative. The LUMIX community responded really well to these recipes and it was so cool to see so many people shooting with them. So I've decided to do a round two and choose two more very popular Fujifilm recipes lifted from the Fuji X Weekly app and adapt them for my LUMIX camera. So here's recipe number one, Pacific Blues. I have a weird relationship with the Fujifilm film simulation Classic Negative. Sometimes I love it and sometimes not so much. There's something about Pacific Blues recipe, however, that just works for me. The oversaturation, the deep shadows, the high dynamic range. It's quite a specific look, but I think it's really cool. I really like how this recipe makes the sea look, you know, like really deep and dark. Greens go more blue and reds just, well, explode. When shooting with this recipe in your LUMIX camera, make sure to choose the Fujifilm Classic Negative LUT with both color chrome effects and color chrome effects blue on strong. I have my white balance setting locked at 5800 Kelvin with a tint of A4 and G2, and my eye dynamic range is set to standard. Obviously, there's no clarity setting on LUMIX cameras, so if you want that minus clarity, you have to use like a bloom filter or whatever. It's not the same, but something I do is adjust the contrast slider, which my LUMIX camera does have, to kind of fine-tune the recipe to my taste. So for Pacific Blues, I have it set at -2. So there you go, that's Pacific Blues. Not all of Ritchie's recipes work for me, just with the Irish light and the colors and the greens and all that sort of stuff, but Pacific Blues is definitely one of my favorite of his. The second recipe isn't one that I've personally used a lot living in Ireland, but I know it is a very popular recipe and it is one that I've been asked to adapt for LUMIX cameras like by loads of people. So here it is. This is Bright Kodak, also original recipe by Fuji X Weekly. It isn't a mystery what this recipe is all about. Ritchie from Fuji X Weekly, who designed it, himself described it as a generic, overexposed, color negative aesthetic, perhaps portrait-like. It's based on Fujifilm's extremely popular classic chrome film simulation with a soft contrast, loads of saturation and a very warm push in the white balance. When shooting with this recipe in your LUMIX camera, the Fujifilm LUT to use is the straight classic chrome one with color chrome and color chrome effects blue turned off. Again, this recipe has a minus clarity setting, so I'd recommend using a mist filter if you want that hazy look. The white balance is fixed at daylight with a warm push, so this one definitely works best in the sun. Just like shooting with real Kodak film, you get the best results with this recipe by overexposing it, something I'm actually really bad at. To stop your highlights clipping, I have the dynamic range on this recipe set to standard. You can take this recipe even further by turning down the contrast and turning up the saturation. I found that the contrast set at -1 worked best for me, and a saturation of 3.5, plus 3.5 was as far as I could let myself take it. Well, there you go. There's 2 more Fujifilm recipes adapted for LUMIX cameras. If you like the idea of turning your LUMIX camera, like my LUMIX S9 here, into a Fujifilm camera, and you haven't checked out the Fujifilm LUTs yet, I couldn't recommend them more. Honestly, like, the complete LUT pack includes 107 LUTs, which is loads, for something like £45, something like that. And just for watching this video, you can have 20% off that if you use my code ROSS20 at checkout. That's not like an affiliate link, or I don't get any commission from that or anything. That's just a thank you from the creator of these LUTs to me, to you guys, for watching this video and for using these LUTs. You can check out these 2 recipes and the other recipes I've adapted for LUMIX cameras over on my website. It's rossandhisjpegs.com. On my website, you can find all my LUTs and all my Fujifilm recipes, and now all my LUMIX recipes. There's also a tip jar over there that you can drop something in to say thanks if you found anything useful or whatever. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my LUMIX version of Pacific Blues and Bright Kodak. If you try these recipes out for yourself, I'd love to hear your thoughts and see your results, so get in touch on Instagram if you do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon. See ya!